Hare Krishna, good evening, welcome all of you all for our Saturday evening Bhagavatam class. So we are now preparing ourselves for the Kunti Stuti. We have just completed the verse 1, that is 1.8.18. So we are supposed to take 19 today. But before you go to the 19th verse, let's have a fast recap of what we read in verse number 18. So does anybody remember what we had read in verse number 18?
3 angas of the Prarthana, prayer. Sampratnatmika, Dainya Bodhika, Lalasa Mai.
Yes.
Sampratnatmika very feelingly offers a prayer.
No, glorifying the Lord. Sampratnika means glorifying the Lord. When you are saying Dainya Bodhika means your insufficient or incapabilities, या आपके अंदर जो दीनता है, मतलब you are not fit for anything. Let's be very bold enough to accept this fact that we are fit for nothing. हम सोचते हैं I am the CEO of the company, I am the officer of the company, or I am the boss of my office, or the boss of the house. It's all it's a sort of illusion we all are having. We are all very clear that we are incapable of even taking one breath without the mercy of the Lord. जब तक भगवान की कृपा ना हो एक सांस नहीं ले सकते हो. What are you talking about? Doing something great. अगर आप कर रहे हो तो you think that Lord is using you as an instrument and glorifying you. जैसा भगवान ने भगवद गीता में अर्जुन को बोला, I have already killed everyone. In the 11th chapter he says, I have killed everyone, but now you kill and take the glory. तो एंड में क्या हो गया? हीरो कौन था? बट एक्चुअली वो had already done everything. स्टार्टिंग में बोल दिया, वॉर का स्टार्टिंग में बोल दिया, I have already, and he could see all the Kauravas rushing towards his mouth in the Virat Rupa. When he showed the Virat Rupa, all Bhishma and Duryodhana and all, and some people were stuck between his teeth. I mean, it was a gruesome vision, and for that reason Arjuna was literally shivering out of fear. And then Krishna's greatness, he then shows him his 400 form, and then he shows him his 200 form, which is very very pleasing for the devotees. अगर आप वृंदावन में जाओ, and when that Leela comes, when Nanda Maharaj is taken by Varuna Devta, he is taken and he is taken to the deep oceans under the water. तो वहाँ पे जाके वासुदेव नंद बाबा sees that Krishna comes and Varun Devta falls at his feet and takes his blessings. कहते हैं अरे आप महान हो, आप आ गए हो, मुझे पता नहीं था, मेरे आदमियों को पता नहीं था, I did a mistake. And he releases Nanda Baba, and Krishna gets Nanda Baba, and Nanda Baba describes everything, that Varun Devata was falling at the feet of my son. So all the Brajvasis said, आप महान हो, आप हमको वैकुंठ दिखाओ, आप भगवान हो, हमको पता है, आप वैकुंठ दिखाओ. कृष्णा से अपना ब्रज अच्छा है, नहीं आप भगवान हो, हमको वैकुंठ लेके जाना. तो भगवान ने बोला ठीक है, अगर आपको ब्रजवासी आर वेरी डियर टू कृष्णा, तो उन्होंने बोला चलो आपको वैकुंठ चलना है तो चलो. ही टुक एवरीवन टू वैकुंठ. और वहाँ जाके देखा तो यहाँ घूमा तो विष्णु, यहाँ घूमा तो विष्णु, सब जगह चतुर्भुज रूपी है. और कहीं भी जाओ यू कांट मूव फ्रीली, फुल रिस्ट्रिक्शंस आर देयर, बिकॉज देयर द डिवोशन इज इन ऑ एंड रेवरेंस. दैट मीन्स आपको एकदम डर के लाइक you're great, भगवान you're great, मैं बहुत दीन हूँ, ये भाव से वैकुंठ में होता है. यू कांट गो एंड मीट. एक तो भगवान के नज़दीक नहीं जा सकते हो, भगवान शीर्ष अपना शेषनाग पे लेटे हुए हैं, समुद्र पे हैं, आपको दूर से देख के उनको नमस्कार करना है, नज़दीक तो जा नहीं सकते हो, ज़्यादा गया तो सांप है, पीछे लक्ष्मी जी बैठे हैं, पैर दबा रही हैं, तो लाइक कृष्णा हमको नहीं चाहिए. ऑल द ब्रजवासी सेड सॉरी, वी आर हैप्पी इन आवर ब्रज. वहाँ पे कोई नहीं है, आपको और मेरे बीच में कोई नहीं है, वी आर इंटीमेट. तो वहाँ पे क्या है, what they used to do, Krishna used to, Yashoda Maiya used to decorate Krishna very nicely in the morning. जब भी वो कृष्णा जाते थे गोचारण के लिए, कृष्ण को बहुत बढ़िया ड्रेस करती थी, अच्छे अच्छे आभूषण सोना चांदी सब पहना के भेजती थी, मगर जैसे ग्वाल बाल बाहर आए, कृष्णा ये सब निकाल, रिमूव एवरीथिंग। एंड क्या करते थे, दे यूज्ड टू पेंट हिम विथ ऑल द मिनरल्स। आप इसके लिए आप जब भी ब्रज में जाओ, सारी डीटीज आप देखोगे, दे आर नॉट इन ऐश्वर्य भाव। वहाँ पे आप देखोगे ऑल पेंटिंग्स हियर and gopi dots over here and all that. When the gopis used to put like that. So that's the simplicity with which they used to interact with God. So that is what we have to understand, that every shloka is divided into 3 bhag: sampratmika, dainibodhika and lalsamai. Lalsamai means in the end you ask for your desire. Here also Kunti Mata asks for her desires in the end. First, now she is saying is Namasya Purusham Tu Adyam Ishvara Prakriti Param Alakshim Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahir Avasthitam. Now this verse, Maya Javanika Channam Agya Adokshaja Avyayam Na Laksha Se Muda Drasa Nato Natya Yato Dhara. This verse and this first verse go hand in hand. Very nice. Both are describing the beauty of the Lord. Of course, आगे भी है भगवान का, पूरा स्तुति is full of beautiful description of the Lord, but यहाँ पे most important. What else did we read in the first verse? If you have any data left.
Kunti Maharani has to balance the relation and speaking to God.
Yes. है कौन उसका भांजा, ये बुआ और ये भांजा भतीजा, what do you call it? भांजा ना, भतीजा, भतीजा. We call us भतीजा. And she is बुआ, that is father's sister. So that relation is there, but still that is why how can she fall down at his feet? I mean, definitely you are younger to your buwa, and buwa coming and falling at your feet, you are supposed to fall down at the feet of the buwa. That is why she says, then what else the points written? Then otherwise I will be stuck in this only. Next verse jayega hi nahi.
Then she says, first Namaste, that you are the first Purusha and you have made us understood we are Atmas and
Yes.
we have no gender.
Yes.
Atma has no gender.
Ishvara Prakriti Param. He is the Ishvara. He is the actual God who is controlling the entire Prakriti. What is the Prakriti we are talking about here? Three modes of nature. He is in charge of the 3 modes of nature. He is the creator of the 3 modes of nature, but he is not under the 3 modes of nature. He is the creator, but he is not under the 3 modes of nature. That is what makes God special. Otherwise, be it be Devata or be it be an Asura or be it be anyone in this, any living entity in the entire Brahmand, they have to be under one of the 3 modes of nature. In fact, we change the modes of nature in one day also. In one day also, morning we are Sattvic, in the afternoon we are Rajasic, and night we are become Tamasic. So Tamagun mein hum log chale jate hain. Okay, anything else left in that?
Antarbahir Avasthitam.
What was that?
When Uttara came running, Lord was standing beside Kunti ji, and he was also taking care of Parikshit Maharaj in the womb of Uttara.
Yes, from the Lord who is there in our heart, he entered immediately in her womb and he protected her, but at the same time, Lord was standing out also. That is what makes special. Entire Krishna Leela, that's why next verse she says, Nato Natya Dharo Yatha, you are doing a natak. She openly tells, you are the biggest dramatist in this world. And how Krishna is doing drama is, it's worth watching. You all remember this incident just before we read, where Krishna is taking Arjuna to capture Ashwathama. Ashwathama had killed the 5 children of the Pandavas. So already Arjuna ने तो उधर आवेश में दे दिया था, जवान दे दिया था, मैं अब इसको लेके आऊँगा. तो ठीक है, लेके आ गया. और जब Ashwathama was caught, when he was bound, that time he is saying, Krishna is saying angrily, the words used is, Krishna says very angrily, please finish him off now only. अभी खत्म करो उसको. याद है तुमको, तुमने द्रौपदी को क्या वादा किया था? बट दैट टाइम इट स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन्ड द वन विथ लोटस आइज. जो आदमी गुस्से में हो उसका आंख कैसा होगा? लाल होना चाहिए. शुड बी रेड. द ब्लड फ्लो विल बी मैक्सिमम इन दैट. सो योर एंग्री शुड बी रेड आइज. बट व्हाट इज दैट शोइंग? लोटस आइज. मतलब he is just doing a natak. Krishna does entire natak. We will discuss a lot of natak today. Don't worry. We will discuss a lot of natak of Krishna. So he is just showing a false anger. And if you see any hero or heroine when they are doing some play or in a movie, they also show some type of false feeling as if they are angry or they are in love and all. But finally you have to understand they are getting paid for it. But Krishna does it just for fun. He is not getting paid for it, but he does it for fun. So let's take the second verse, 19th verse. I just took one part before, I should not forget. Maya javanika channam agya adokshaja avyayam na lakshase moodha drasa nato natya yatodara jadoyata. Who can read the translation, please?
Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally
Irreproachable.
factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invincible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized.
The biggest thing is, Lord Kunti Mata is clearly telling, the first and foremost is Maya Javanika Channam. You are covered by Maya. Those who are having Bhagavad Gita open, Bhagavad Gita 7.25 I think, 24 or 25. देखो. 25, yeah. 7.25. हाँ, नाम प्रकाश बराबर है. मैं वही आई वॉज कन्फ्यूजन 24 था या 25 था. नाम प्रकाश सर्वस्य योग माया समावृतम. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन. नाम प्रकाश सर्वस्य योग माया समावृतम. I don't display myself or I am not visible. He is covered by. What is he covered by? योग माया समावृतम. और यहां पे कुंती महारानी क्या कह रही है? माया जवनिका छन्न. So please understand what Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita and what Kunti Maharani is telling in the Bhagavatam, both are same. So please understand, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are not separate, they are interlinked to each other. I always say that is the law book and this is the law journal. तो यहाँ पे आप जो भी आपको यहाँ पे समझना है, भगवद गीता अगर जब तक नहीं समझोगे, भागवतम समझना मुश्किल होगा. What is that? नहीं, what is that verse? I forgot. मूढ़ो न अभिजानान्ति लोको माम अजम अव्ययम. So, योग माया समावृतम मूढ़ो न अभिजानान्ति. What is the word? मूढ़ा? फूल. फूल मतलब जिसके पास आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान नहीं है, वो फूल. मूढ़ो न अभिजानान्ति, वो नहीं जान पाएगा. लोको माम अजम अव्यय, मैं सबसे बड़ा हूं, सबसे ऊपर हूं. और यहां पे कुंती महारानी क्या कह रही है? सेम, यू कवर योरसेल्फ विद द योग माया. What is the purpose of Krishna to cover himself with Yoga Maya? In fact, we all like to show ourselves, ना? हम अच्छे कपड़े क्यों पहन के सब पूरा पार्टी में मैं ही दिखना चाहिए? That's our attitude, right? When we go to a party or for a get together, whatever it is, we want everyone to notice us. But if Krishna says, I don't want to show myself to everyone. Why? What is the purpose?
Only the deserving, only people who are
okay, deserving. Okay, one point. Second, very important point. It was a very important point which you are missing out. Who can tell?
Krishna is so easy डिस्टिंग्विशन कैसे होगा?
Okay. To show him with awe and reverence, you won't have the difference.
If we so easily see him, we will not be attracted actually.
Okay.
One thing which is easily available.
Okay. ठीक है. थोड़ा तरस के मिलेंगे तो उसका कीमत होता है ना. Okay, that's one point of view, but something more than that.
He is above from Maya. He is above from Maya.
He is above from Maya. ठीक, but why should he cover himself? When he is above Maya, why should he cover himself with Yoga Maya? माया भी दो तरह की होती है, एक महामाया है, एक योग माया है. तो why is he covering himself? बोलिए दीप्ति माता जी.
Yes. Only the sincere person, like who is really searching for the Lord, like searching for the
true devotee like Chandrakant.
Non-devotee को नहीं दिखता.
Actually, of all the answers, the look, क्या बोले? Divine exchange. But of all the answers, the closest answer was of Vishal. Actually, what we are seeing everywhere is God. But every second, there is God inside you, there is God inside you, God is inside me also. Without God, no one can exist. But अगर वो इतना सुलभ दिख गए सबको, easily दिख गए, then we can't correlate God with the Supreme Personality. वो तो घास में भी है, मट्टी में भी है, जल में है. Lord says, the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, रसो हम अपस कौन्तेय, प्रभास में शशि सूर्य हो. सूर्य का, Bhagavatam also says, the sun and the moon are the two eyes of the Lord. That means, जहाँ भी आप घुमाओ, whatever you see in this nature, any creation or anything, that is because of the existence of God. अगर कोई नास्तिक यहाँ बैठा हो और बोले ना, भगवान जाओ, I don't want you, I don't believe you, get lost, we don't need you. भगवान अगर उसके शरीर से निकल गए तो क्या होगा? नहीं बोला जाओ, बोला मैं जा रहा हूँ. He live. So please understand that Lord is everywhere. That is the reason why he has to keep himself covered. You are partially right, but the more important point is, he is there in the chair also. If the atoms lose the strength, and from where does the strength in the atom comes? हम लोग साइंस में पढ़ते हैं ना, atom has got a nucleus and the electron revolves around it, everything fine. Nobody has seen it, including the scientists have not seen, but it's a postulate what they give. On the basis of that, the theory stands true. Even if we consider that as true, who gave the energy to the electrons to move around? अपने आप. Who first and foremost made an electron which is different from the nucleus? Electrons, protons, neutrons, जो हम लोग बोल रहे हैं, जो भी बोल रहे हैं, somebody must have created it. Some power must have created it. So that's for sure. So that itself is existing in every place, inside everyone. So without that, God we cannot, look, then you will start seeing God. That is why when you said divine eyes, when you have this divine eyes, you can see God not only in the deities. You will see God everywhere. Why a deity has to be made? For people with less intelligence, for concentrating their mind, they need to come all the way go to a temple and see it in the deity. When they see it, initial level, these are all levels. Like a child going to the primary school, for him the focus is he is getting cake pastry, and then in the class he has to just say twinkle twinkle little star and dance like that. He is happy. But that's not the end. People generally get stuck to that level of devotion. When you go ahead in your devotion, people generally say, oh, prasad means what? Bhagwan ka sakshat darshan. Yes, no doubt. There is no iota of doubt about it. But then, that is level 1. When you see, oh, the entire creation is running by God, everyone, every living entity is getting food also, then you understand, oh, God is great. Then you can see God. That is the reason people if they don't mature and come out of this level, then they are not actually progressing in devotion. They are getting still stuck. They are still stuck in the thing. That's why in Indian scriptural philosophy, or rather our spiritual philosophy, लोग अक्सर कहते हैं भगवान तो सब जगह है. That philosophy is not wrong, but that's a mature philosophy. For example, in school, when you are starting your maths, अब छोटा, तो पहले आप गिनते कैसे हो? 3 plus 2, a small child, 3 plus 2, then 1, 2, 3, ऐसा गिनेगा. That's the beginning level. But just imagine an SSC boy doing this. और दैट SSC में एक लेवल होता है जहाँ पे हम लोग है ना स्कूल में एक रफ कॉलम बनाते थे, जहाँ पे हम लोग आई डोंट नो अभी है क्या वो सिस्टम है, अभी भी है हाँ. तो रफ कॉलम बना के उसमें हम लोग कुछ भी मल्टीप्लिकेशन एडिशन उसमें करते, बिकॉज वी वर नॉट हैविंग स्मार्टनेस, वी कुड नॉट, बिकॉज 2848, आई डोंट हैव 2000 हैंड्स और 2000 फिंगर्स, सो वी यूज्ड टू गो टू द सेकंड लेवल. वाज पहला क्या, पहला मैथ्स क्या आता था? 22 + 3, 22, तो 2 + 3 ऐसा ऐड करके कर सकते थे. बट देन यू गो टू एन हायर लेवल, देन यू नीड ए रफ कॉलम जहाँ पे हम लोग मैथ्स करते थे. बट जस्ट इमेजिन एन IITian स्टूडेंट, he says no, I'll have to count like this, or he says I need a rough paper to write it. How will it look? Foolish. That means what? He is not mature to that level. So in devotion, when one matures, he doesn't see God only stuck inside the altar, and when he is stuck in that level, means he is in a lower or inferior level of understanding. I don't say God is not in the altar. I am saying God is there in the altar, but he is there outside the altar also. That you can only see when you get eyes of knowledge. Knowledge of what? Scriptural knowledge. Then you can see everywhere. Second, Lord covers himself because he doesn't want to become a, he is doing everything. सब करता धरता वही है. But सोच लो ना, आप you are the doer, you are the creator. आपने कुछ वेट लिफ्टिंग किया, आई लिफ्टेड द वेट, हाँ भगवान आ जा क्रेडिट ले ले. किसके सामने क्रेडिट ले रहा है? विद फ्रंट ऑफ दोस पीपल इन योर सर्कल यू आर टेकिंग क्रेडिट. दैट्स ऑल यू आर डूइंग, नथिंग मोर देन दैट. सो लॉर्ड इज हैप्पी. Deluding, the curtain of deluding energy. This is saying your energy is deluded. I feel that I am doing, but Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, balam balvatanam. I am the strength in the powerful. Everything will come in the 9th chapter, everything will come. When you read the Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter, Lord says, I am the strength of the powerful. But when the powerful, when Lord has covered himself, what do you think? Oh, I have lifted this weight, so I am the weightlifter, or I am the boxer, or whatever it is. Whatever credit you have done. Exactly as an actor dresses in a play, as a player is not recognized. मतलब गपचुप करने वाले सब कुछ हुई थे. Ask one question. नरकासुर कितने लेडीज को बंदी बनाया था उसने? 16,000 16,100. 8 नहीं, वो 8 पटरानी है कृष्ण. 16,100 बराबर. अच्छा, पकड़ के रखा था. And Krishna went and released, and then he got married to them. What was the purpose behind it? Why did he capture 16,100 wives? And he didn't enjoy. He wanted to marry them, right? That's why he had kept them. He captured them and kept them. Then they wrote a letter, and Krishna came and saved them. Why? Then only we'll understand the meaning of nato natya to dhara. नहीं तो मीनिंग नहीं समझ में आएगा. Everything is God's leela, don't worry. What happened was, Narad went and told Bhaumasur, Nrakasur, whatever you call it, bhai, one who marries 16,100 wives, he becomes God. कितना खुश हो गए सब लोग. There is a star condition applied to that. Please wait. The star condition is in one muhurat. At one muhurat. That means simultaneously one marries एक ही मुहूर्त में जब शादी होगा वो भगवान बन जाएगा. अभी आप लोगों को ट्राई करना है तो कर सकते हो. But when Narad Muni gave this tip to Bhaumasur or Narkasur, Narkasur immediately got all those queens. But he was waiting for a muhurat that should be so big that he can marry each one individually. Because he is not God to expand. Whereas what did God do in Dwarka? At the same muhurat, that many Nanda Babas, that many Vasudeva and Devaki, that many priests, that many Havan Kund, and that many Krishnas. And not only that, अगर आप भागवतम पढ़ोगे, when Narad Muni went to meet, एक एक घर में एक एक लीला हो रही है साइमल्टेनियसली. एक जगह पे खाना खा रहे हैं तो एक जगह पे बीवी के साथ रोमांटिक बात कर रहे हैं तो दूसरे घर में हवन पूजा कर रहे हैं. ही इज डूइंग डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज इन डिफरेंट प्लेस. नॉट दैट, नो, इट्स लाइक मिरर इमेजेस आर नॉट दैट, ऑल आर different Krishnas. But when they go to the court or the when it goes to the darbar, Krishna goes, all these Krishnas merge into one, and then Krishna goes to the darbar. And again when he comes, finishes the day's activity, he comes back, he again separates off. This is what is, he is a perfect Dramabaj. He is perfect person who can create maximum illusion to the people. Everyone is wondering why. Narad Muni himself is wondering, ऐसा कैसा? यहाँ पे एक घर में गया, आओ मुनि जी, मुनिवर आइए आइए, बुलाया, उसका पैर धुलाया, उसका आगमन किया, सब पूजा पाठ किया. दूसरे घर में गए, as if he has not seen only, आओ please come, please come, please come, अंदर बुला के उनका सेवा कर रहे हैं. So we have to understand that Krishna is doing all that. That is why Narakasur could not, he was waiting. He didn't put a hand on those ladies or he didn't try to use those ladies. He was waiting for a muhurat that would be so long that he can marry 16,100. हम लोग एक मुहूर्त में एक शादी करते करते हम लोग का प्राण निकल जाता है. तो वहाँ 16,100 का शादी करने के लिए इतना लंबा मुहूर्त कहाँ से आएगा? He was waiting for that muhurat to come. By that time, Krishna came, killed and married all of them simultaneously. So whatever Leela God does, he is like a natak. He can, is it any Krishna का कोई जरूरी था, गरज था क्या 16,100 marriages करना? He just wanted to have some fun. Krishna's Leelas are not just with fun, they are with kripa also. Madhav Das. Madhav Das was a very nice devotee of the Lord, staying in Vrindavan. One day, we were a young boy, got married. But after having a small child, his wife died. उस ज़माने में क्या प्रथा थी? जैसे वाइफ मर गई, एक साल के अंदर लड़के का दूसरा ब्याह कर देते. But he was disgusted. मतलब मुझे नहीं करना है, शादी नहीं करना. I'm telling you a very important Leela story है, very important Leela. तो मैं शादी नहीं करूँगा. उसने बोला अभी बच्चा छोटा है, बच्चे को संभालेगा कौन? आपको शादी करना पड़ेगा. इसे हाँ करूँगा, एक गारंटी पे करूँगा, अगर आप गारंटी दो कि ये बीवी भी नहीं मरेगी तो मैं शादी करता हूँ. ये कौन गारंटी दे सकता है कि भाई ये बीवी भी नहीं मरेगी धीरे? तो he said नहीं. Then he said, he was just wondering, because he wanted to just do devotion. That was his apt inside him. But he was wondering, how will I go? I got a small kid. I can't leave my child. It's my responsibility. Who will feed the child? I'm not married, ठीक है, my parents are there, but who will feed the child? From where the food will come? And he was just thinking. He was sitting in some garden, some garden, jungle-like place. He was sitting. And suddenly, there was an egg of a bird which was on the nest. Suddenly, there was some thumping sound and the bird's egg fell down. And it all happened in front of him. And the minute the egg fell down, it didn't fall on the ground. It fell on, that Mali of the garden. He he had collected some dry grass, कलेक्ट किया था, बराबर उसमें जाके गिरा, उस घास के ऊपर गिरा, तो क्या हुआ, अंडा फूटा नहीं, बट it developed a small crack. With that small crack, the bird, the young one, came out. Everything was watching. Now the young one was now wanting food. No, it was not having his parents also. उसका माँ बाप भी नहीं थे उसके बाजू में, but he was wanting to have food. इतने में he saw one insect was moving past by. It got stuck. You know, when the egg breaks, there's some slimy thing which is on the inside, in the inside of the shell, there's something slimy which is always existing inside that. That insect got stuck to that slimy stuff. And this young one went and ate that. Then he realized, oh, I am not the doer. God is a doer. हर प्राणी को खाना खिला कौन रहा है? मैं, मेरा बच्चे का क्या होगा मैं सोच के बैठा हूँ. अब इस चूजे को तो भगवान ने देख लिया ना, खिला दिया ना. At that very moment he left his house and he went to जगन्नाथपुरी में जाके बैठ गए. वहाँ पे भी he was in very दयनीय भाव में थे. समुद्र के किनारे एक छोटा सा झोपड़ा बना लिया, वहीं पे रहते थे. बस भगवान के वहाँ से दर्शन करके, दूर से करके भक्ति करते. Very sincerely he used to do devotion. Finally he became very old and got deceased. He deceased on such a condition that he used to pass his urine and stool also in this clothes only. But he still did not leave his devotion, he was still devoted. Finally one day, Lord Jagannath himself came over there. Now, what can God do here in this situation? क्या कर सकते हैं आप लोगों के? सो टू ऑप्शंस आर देयर. ऑप्शन वन इज आदमी को ठीक कर सकते हैं. ऑप्शन टू, he can serve him. Lord took the second option. Lord did the second option. And for about a week's time, daily used to come, clean Madhav Das ji and take out his soiled dress which was having urine and stool. He used to wash it in water and then dry it and give it to him. After 4-5 days, Madhav Das came to know that this fellow is none other than Lord Jagannath himself. He said, go away, I don't want you to do this. And you're God, na? Can't you take away my problem? You can solve my problem. So he's like, kuch haath vaat dikhana hai bas. That's what we see in movies, right? God just shows his hand. So you have to just show your hand and my problem will be solved. Why are you troubling me? Why are you troubling yourself? And I cannot see you get troubled like this. इतने में भगवान ने बोला, see, that is the only thing which I generally don't do with devotees. क्यों? जब तक आपका प्रारब्ध कटता नहीं है, आपका मुक्ति हो नहीं सकता. जब तक आपका प्रारब्ध कर्म है, प्रारब्ध कर्म means, what does Lord says? सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्व पापेभ्यो. This पापेभ्यो refers to the sins of your accrued, जो आपका संचित कर्म जो है, आपका जो जमा पूंजी है, कर्मों का जो जमा पूंजी है, वो साफ करता. बट प्रारब्ध कर्म है, उसमें आपका शरीर ले चुके हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई विल गिव ए सिंपल एग्जाम्पल. Suppose a person is a devotee, you are surviving. A Lord says in the 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita that what is karma? An activity by which your next body is getting prepared. So what does this mean? जब तक आपके कर्म पूरे नहीं करते हैं, आप वो शरीर छोड़ नहीं सकते हैं. वाइस वर्सा, जिस सेकंड आपके कर्म पूरे हो गए उस शरीर में, चाहे वो दुख भोगना हो या सुख भोगना हो, immediately the person dies. Immaterial of what age he is. We see small young children dying, we see young men dying, women dying. What is that? Reason कुछ भी हो, एक्सीडेंट से मर गया, हार्ट अटैक से मर गया, बीमारी से मर गया, whatever the reason is. The point is, जैसे उसके कर्म पूरे हो जाते हैं, उसको शरीर छोड़ना पड़ेगा. तो अगर भगवान ने आपके कर्म ले लिए, आप उन तो ऑन द स्पॉट डेड, फिर आप भक्ति कैसे करोगे? फिर आप भक्ति कैसे करोगे? दैट इज वाई डिवोटीज हैव टू फेस सम सफरिंग, because that is because of the prarabdha karma, but in that suffering also one has to do devotional service. हम लोग, कई लोग आके नहीं प्रभु जी सब प्रॉब्लम ठीक होने तो बाद में मैं भक्ति करता हूँ, है ना? So what is the message we get from this? Problems are going to be there, and when you become a devotee, problems are going to be more. When Madhav Das can face this problem, what problems are you facing? Too small. But what did Krishna say? What did Jagannath ji say? I cannot take your prarabdha. अगर मैंने ले लिया तो तुम्हारा अभी अभी प्राण छोड़ना पड़ेगा, और अभी भी 15 दिन का बीमारी बाकी है आपका. 15 days of sickness is left. Krishna said, ठीक है, in a special case, I will take only your sickness. But rest of the thing you have to suffer. That is why Jagannath ji after Snan Yatra for 15 days falls sick. And 99% of the people don't know this reason. In his food, medicine is given. Medicine is given to Jagannath ji. And literally he gets fever. I've heard, I've not seen, I'm not a beggar devotee, but I've heard from some pandas from Jagannath Puri and all. उस दौरान आप भगवान को आलिंगन करने जाओगे, पहले इट वॉज ऑल अलाउड, नाउ इट्स ऑल चेंज्ड. आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ वे बैक व्हेन आई माई सेल्फ हैव सर्कमलेटेड और गॉन नियर द ऑल्टर, एक्चुअल जगन्नाथ जी, यू कुड टच जगन्नाथ जी. इट वॉज अ डिफरेंट टाइम ऑल टुगेदर. एंड व्हाट वाज द टिकट प्राइस, यू विल बिलीव? 15 rupees. For 15 rupees you have to buy a ticket and then you could go inside and go. But of course, COVID has changed the equations drastically. The point is, जगन्नाथ जी सिख हो जाते हैं. इज ही नॉट डूइंग नाटक इन दिस वर्ल्ड? दिस इज नाटक ना, देयर इज नथिंग बट दिस इज श्योर ही इज डूइंग अ ड्रामा. बट व्हाट डज दिस ड्रामा? ईच ड्रामा ऑफ हिज इज गिविंग सम मैसेज टू हिज डिवोटीज. फॉर मूढ़ा, फूल, व्हाट इज है? भगवान बीमार पड़ते हैं, वो क्या भगवान है जो बीमार पड़ते हैं? वो क्या भगवान है जो बीमार पड़ सकते हैं? This is what is actual understanding. He is trying to give some message to the devotees, some understanding to the devotees. At the same time, he is playing a leela, which is for us. You can say, क्या बोलते हैं, दंडमाप बोलते हैं ना, a focus or a stroll for us to go and catch it. So that is why Kunti Maharani says, कि भाई you are very, 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 very नटो नाट्य धरो यतः. तो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट यू आर कवरिंग योर सेल्फ विथ माया जवनिका चन्नम अज्ञा अदोक्षज अव्ययम. व्हाट इज दिस वर्ड इज अज्ञा अदोक्षज? अज्ञान, अज्ञान का मतलब क्या है? इग्नोरेंस. अदोक्षज अव्ययम. अदोक्षज मीन्स बियॉन्ड द सेंसेस of these eyes. Adoksha, why Lord is called as Adokshaja? भगवान आंखों से in, what do you say, material eyes, with these material eyes you cannot see God. In the 11th chapter, again in the Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter, what does Lord do with Arjuna when he wants to show him the Virat Rupa? He gives him divine eyes. That is Jnana Chakshu. We are all having Ajnana Chakshu. और अज्ञान चक्षु के साथ किसी को भगवान देखना है तो पॉसिबल. यू नीड टू हैव ज्ञान चक्षु. दैट इज व्हाई ही सेइंग अज्ञा अधोक्षज अव्ययम. यू आर एग्जिस्टिंग, बट अज्ञानी व्यक्ति आपका होते हुए भी आपको दर्शन नहीं ले सकता, आपको नहीं देख सकता है. और भगवान को देखना, टेल मी वन थिंग, व्हाट इज भगवान को देखना? व्हाट इज भगवान को देखना? फर्स्ट लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड. चलो जिगर प्रभु आपके सामने भगवान बहुत खुश हो जाते हैं, आपका धोती देख के बहुत खुश हो जाते हैं एंड तुरंत आ जाते हैं. एंड ही सेज यस जिगर मेहता व्हाट डू यू वांट? तो व्हाट वुड बी योर फीलिंग लुकिंग एट गॉड? सपोज यू गेट डिवाइन आइज ऑल्सो एंड यू आर एबल टू सी गॉड. then what will happen? What will be your feeling?
सबसे पहले तो लिस्ट ही निकलेगा
उस केस में तो आएंगे नहीं. यस प्रभु.
I would be so thankful at least मेरे को इस जन्म में really कोई बहुत बड़ी बात है.
Okay. Then something better. Yes, Samrat Prabhu, what would you do? What would be your reaction if God comes in front of you and you are able to see Him? Now you are devotees, you should be ready to handle the situation, na? हाँ. पर लाइट अभी तो ब्रह्मज्योति में अटका हुआ है. फर्स्ट स्टेप क्यों? मैं बोल रहा हूँ तू इतना अच्छा भक्ति कर लिया गलती से और भगवान आ गए तो गलती से बोलना पड़ेगा ना. फिर what is going to be your reaction? Okay, all of you are okay. There's no difference between that God and the one who is standing on the altar. Okay, same. What is the feeling? क्या? बढ़िया. आज नेकलेस बहुत बढ़िया पहना है भगवान. मुकुट सोने का है. मैंने भी ऑर्डर दिया है. अपने लिए एक ऑर्डर दिया है. What will be reaction? See, that's what is something which is lacking in an understanding God.
We will admire him, look at his beauty and try to take the taste how he is looking.
He's taking is still the propensity. Would you not ask him, God, how can I serve you? How can I serve you? In what way? I am ready to even become a grass. You can walk over me. That propensity is still not gone. क्या मिलेगा? क्या दे सकते हो? क्या मैं ले सकता हूँ? That propensity, that's the problem. If that is the main, what do you say, भगवान का जो देखने का मकसद क्या है? आप लोग अगर वही, that is the reason why when you go in front of the deity also, मांगने का मन करता है ना. नौकरी दे दे, छोकरी दे दे, ये दे दे, वो दे दे, गाड़ी दे दे, बंगला दे दे, दिस दे, वो दे, दे 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 दे. असली में आया तो भी वही दे दे दे. Now it's time for you to go. Yes, can I come with you? Can I leave this wretched world and come with you? Can I serve you? That should be our purpose. That should be our mood. Otherwise, he is a very nice natak wala. He is a perfect natak wala. He will do perfect natak and keep you in this material world, and you will be bound for eternal birth after birth. मंदिर जाओगे, भागवतम क्लास अटेंड करोगे, श्लोका भी रिसाइट कर लोगे, बट भाव अगर चेंज नहीं हुआ तो इट इज ऑफ नो यूज. हरे कृष्ण. एनीबडी हैज गॉट एनी डाउट्स, क्वेश्चंस, कैन आस्क.